Welcome to Varsity. I'm Barry Trammell along with Scott Wright, and we're here to talk about our Friday Night Lights subject this week, Bryce O'Dell at Mount St. Mary. Scott, tell us a little bit about Bryce O'Dell.
A very interesting kid, an 18-year-old senior at Mount St. Mary. Does not get to play on Friday nights because of a suspension that he endured at Moore High School when he was a junior. Got caught with drugs on campus back in January. Spent some time in rehab, ended up living with his grandparents now. They've helped to get him clean. He's been clean for 10 months, but he is not allowed to play football, and so he stays involved with the team by being their scout team running back, scout team linebacker. He would be the best player on the team most likely if he was eligible. At least that's what Coach Chris Stiles says. But he's stayed committed to this team, even though it's a bunch of kids that he hadn't even met until a few months ago. Football has become very important to him in his fight to stay off of drugs, which is still a daily battle. And he goes out there every day to practice, lets them beat up on him, and take a pounding as the scout team running back. And has really focused on football as one of the most important things that helps him in his fight to stay away from drugs.
What is his role on Friday night? Does he even get to suit out? Can he?
No, he just like an injured player. He's got his jersey and his blue jeans on over there on the sideline. But he has taken a role as sort of the emotional leader of this team. He noticed that when he first arrived, just going through summer workouts back in July, that there wasn't a lot of excitement around the team, and so he started getting very vocal even during weightlifting sessions, and that is carried over onto game nights. Sometimes he'll give a pregame speech. Sometimes if he feels he needs to talk at halftime, he'll give a halftime speech before the team comes back out on the field. He's essentially become their number one cheerleader and kind of the motivational force that pushes them through on Friday nights.
Now explain why he is ineligible, why he can't play for Mount St. Mary.
OSSAA rules require that if you're suspended at one school and transfer or move to another school district, you're not eligible at that school until the previous school will either drop the suspension or it has expired. His suspension won't expire until right around Christmas time of this year. So if he were to want to play baseball or the second half of a winter sport, he could, but he is actually wanting to stay focused on football. He really thinks that he might have a shot to go play junior college, maybe an NAIA school at 5'11", 230 pounds, and he can move pretty well. He might have a shot to do that.
Sounds like a great story. Thanks a lot, Scott. You can check out Scott's story in the Thursday Oklahoman. Stay tuned here for further high school football coverage in Oklahoma, here on News OK, and every day in the Oklahoman.